Hello, I'm Scott with the Scotch Test Dummies, and welcome to the Whiskey Vault. Normally I have my partner, Bart, is with me doing reviews. He couldn't make it today, and it's just as good because he tends to blabber on and on and on about all kinds of things, sometimes whiskey related, sometimes not. Since it's me, I chose one of my favorite standbys to give a note to you all on. Now this is Macallan 12, a single malt Scotch. Sherry cask matured. In other words, they've taken Oloroso sherry wine and Pedro Jimenez sherry wine, different sherry wine casks, to age their whiskey in and bottle it. It presents a very nice, deep, rich, and dried fruit profile. Macallan 12 was one of the first sherried whiskeys that I just fell in love with. I still love it. It's a bottle that I always have on my shelf. I have half gallons of this monster. Now this is an off-the-shelf bottling core range, bottled at 43% ABV. Again, 12 years old. It's a great bottle to introduce people to Scotch, especially bourbon drinkers. It's got a little bit of a heavier profile due to that sherry influence. Bourbon drinkers, 50-50 with sherried whiskeys and or peated whiskeys. They both have a little bit more on the palate, which bourbon drinkers are used to. They like that heavier, thicker tasting, really oak influenced whiskeys. And so Macallan's sherried whiskeys, peated scotches, which are smoky. Sometimes that's what bourbon drinkers tend to go to in the world of Scotch. The nose on this one is just what I expect. This is one of those bottles as well. I'll ask people, you've been traveling all day from plane to plane, airport to airport. You're struggling, you're tired. You get to your airport and across the lobby you see the hotel bar. You're dragging in there and you walk up to the bar and you're hoping, please God, just have what whiskey? Macallan 12 is the one that's my go-to, and that's that one whiskey that I would hope would be available in that situation. And most of the time it is. Most bars, most restaurants, establishments have Macallan 12. It's a good whiskey. You know what you're going to get. You can find it, reliable, and usually at a reasonable price by the single drink. The bottles have gone up over time. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but the nose is just that rich, dark dried fruits that I love. Prunes, plums, caramels, toasted notes, just gorgeous, glorious coming up out of the glass. Let's get in on the palate. Cheers. Love it. Loved it then, years ago, still love it. This rich, caramely, sweet, red fruits, plums and raspberries, just dance across the tongue, and really still continued to put out an excellent whiskey time after time. Just buttery caramels, toasted oaks, those dried fruits, rich red fruits, great whiskey. Find it anywhere. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of some of my equipment fell over. But anyway, if you want to see more of what I do, my and Bart channel, Scotch Test Dummies on YouTube, and I'm really glad you're here.